describe what I can see. Pictures beaming live out of Balasore in Odisha, the site of this triple train accident. Prime Minister Modi has just landed and he is now in Balasore, and he will be travelling straight to the site of the accident. Also in the frame, before we lost that feed, I could spot the Railways Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw, who has been camping at that site. Obviously, he will be briefing the Prime Minister of everything that went wrong and things that have been done ever since this tragedy happened. More than 900 people, viewers, have sustained injuries, of which 300 odd are said to be in critical condition, but they are in hospitals, not just in Odisha. Some have been taken to adjoining states also. As we speak, we have a preliminary report submitted by the supervisors, and we are live with pictures of Prime Minister Modi. There you see Ashwini Vaishnaw, the Union Railways Minister, taking the Prime Minister around this site, and I think they'll be taking a car to reach the accident site, or this is very close to. In fact, I don't think they would require a car, because I can see the mangled bodies there in the background. So this is it, the Prime Minister very close to the site of the incident, and there's a high-level team of not just the top railway officials but also the Railways Minister, who will be briefing the Prime Minister there. The Prime Minister, after this, is expected to go to Cuttack, where he is likely to meet the injured. Remember, Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik had been monitoring the situation also, and he rushed to the incident, the site of the accident this morning, and briefed the media and said that everything that needs to be done will be done to extend relief. 10 lakh compensation has been announced for the next of the kin, and Mamata Banerjee, the West Bengal Chief Minister, had also gone to the accident site. She also announced a compensation of 5 lakh rupees, and now, as we speak, pictures of Prime Minister Modi landing in Balasore and going to the accident site. He will be briefed by Union Minister, Railways Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw, and other members like the Chief of the Railway Board, also part of the delegation, I am told. Not too sure about how many people are there in the delegation, but I can see, and which is why I am saying this again and again, that Ashwini Vaishnaw is there alongside Prime Minister Modi, and he is taking him around just to tell him what went wrong, how it unfolded. Now, the preliminary report that I was talking about, let's stay on these pictures full frame. The preliminary report that I was talking about, viewers, makes it clear that there was a problem in the signal. This report, in its conclusion, says that the train Coromandel Express that was travelling at an approximate speed of 120 kilometers was supposed to take the up line, the main up line, but instead of that, the train enters the loop line, the up loop line, where it dashes in to a stationary goods train. As a result of that collision, the bogies then they scatter around onto the tracks, and just moments later, you have the Bengaluru-Howrah train, which is passing by, hitting some of the bogies and leading to this devastating tragedy. More than 250 people, 261 to be precise, have lost their lives. 900 injured in this, and restoration work is still going on. And just one glimpse, and there is a top angle shot that tells you of how grave this accident is. Bogies piled on each other, on top of each other, and mangled remains of bodies also strewn around at the accident site. Now, obviously, several hours into the rescue and relief work, we have been told that the rescue ops are at least over. This is a clear frame of the Prime Minister being briefed by Ashwini Vaishnaw. There you see him walking the Prime Minister along and taking him to the site of the accident. The Prime Minister also on the left of the Prime Minister is Dharmendra Pradhan. Yes, you have two Union Ministers in frame briefing the Prime Minister about what went wrong. After this, after taking stock of the situation at this site, the Prime Minister will go straight to Cuttack. There is also P.K. Mishra, if I am not wrong, on the left of Dharmendra Pradhan from the Prime Minister's office, accompanying the Prime Minister. And after this, the Prime Minister then goes to Cuttack to meet the injured. Let me turn to Atrija. Atrija, can you see the Prime Minister from where you are standing?
Well, I'm actually in front of the hospital where the injuries are, brought in and admitted. But of course, I can understand from what you're saying, because I was at the location. That Prime Minister might be walking in from the helipad where he has, his chopper went down. And of course, the union ministers, we have seen in the morning also, the railway minister himself was there inspecting the entire site. And then, of course, now another union minister along with Prime Minister walking there, reaching the site, and I'm sure they will be looking into the huge coalition that has taken place, the horrific graphic details, graphic visuals which we have been showing you since morning, that one bogie on top of the other, high heights, how these two trains have collided, how these three trains have in fact collided with each other, making it a triple tragedy, something like that. And here, the rescue operation going on, because since it has been more than 15 hours now that the rescue operation has been going on by the NDRF and SDRF teams. And of course, the central forces, the local people there are also, giving them a hand, helping them. We have also seen, in the hospitals, when the patients were brought in, they were admitted. The local people are there to help them out with any kind of problem that they are facing. But one of the major problem is that because it was a very tragic accident and suddenly happened, the patients, the injured, the more than 900 people who have been injured, they are lost with their, they do not possess any identification for themselves, and therefore it is becoming a little bit difficult for the authorities to get in touch with their families. But however, Prime Minister Narendra Modi visiting the site where actually this tragic incident
Okay, just stay with us. Let's